What's up, y'all? This is batch 3 of my 38 special, and I'm learning a lot. I just think this is a pretty bullet. I think it looks nice. I mean, if I pulled that out of a box, it's not coming across on my cheap camera quite as nicely as it is in person. But man, if I pulled that out of a box, I wouldn't, I would not check up at all at the appearance of the bullet. So this is batch 3 of the 38 special. The 38 special has changed from batch to batch to batch. The 9mm was good pretty much from the very first, and it hasn't changed significantly. I've just been making some more of it to kind of refine those skills. The 38, this particular batch, I filled my dipper all the way full, seated the bullet. I didn't pay particular attention to the tip of the round nose factory model. See, what I was doing in a previous build was trying to make this bullet right here the same length as this bullet. And my trouble, while that's generally a pretty good idea that I've read, to have your reloads match the overall spec of a factory as kind of an initial assurance that you're on the right track. My problem here was in the fact that this is a flat-nosed 38 special. So when trying to make it the same height as the factory, my bullet wasn't seating properly. That was a problem that I was having, in addition to the fact that I was, in all likelihood, undercharging my cartridges. So I've corrected both of those, and one thing that I noticed with batch 2, which performed better in the gun than batch 1, is that I was having a hard time inserting it into the cylinder. It was only going in so far, and then it was needing to be pushed in the remainder of the way. I noticed that same thing happening with batch 3. That's the factory round there. I noticed the same thing happening here with batch 3. And that was alarming to me. So I had been skipping the step of crimping the tips of my rounds. It got to feeling like my problem had to do with maybe a flared tip of the brass, if that makes sense to you. So the tip was flared, the bullet seated just fine, but there was still kind of a lip, a pretty pronounced lip around the neck of the bullet. I'm thinking maybe that was catching up on the inside of my cylinder and only allowing it to go in so far before it actually had to be pushed in there. So I crimped these bullets and am noticing a lot better result when it comes to that. These are sliding in kind of like they should, I have one cylinder there. I might take a look at there, maybe some debris in there. But this is batch 3, and so far so good. I'm going to shoot these dudes and see how everything's going, and we'll report back naturally. Be safe, y'all.